Anderson brothers, the Mongolian Stomper for the National Heavyweight Championship instead of Dusty Rhodes. But again, we're at that point where I think pictures would speak better than words, so let's switch back to the Omni and see what happened during this tag team match. All right, of course, it was you and Steve Keirn against the Anderson brothers, the Minnesota Wrecking Crew.
Well, you can see here now that during the course of the match, we're quite a ways into the match now, and Carson saw fit that he should come out and cheer for the Anderson brothers. Well, Keirn and I are just lucky that Dusty Rhodes happened to be watching, and the Dream took it upon himself. Keirn and I, things turned out a little bit disastrously for him, but Keirn and I at the time were very happy to see him. Because when Carson's hanging around the ring, you never know what he's going to be up to. He's gotten the Stomper out of a lot of tight squeezes, and it just seemed like that he was going to try to do the same thing with the Anderson brothers. As you can see here, Dusty chased him off. And the match continued. It was a tough match. The Anderson brothers are one of the toughest tag team combinations in this part of the area, also throughout the country. And here you can see Don Carson. Dusty thought he had taken off back to the dressing room, but he snuck back to hit him over the head with a 2x4 when Dusty wasn't looking. And here you can see Dusty laying on the ground. Of course, I had to continue with the Anderson brothers in the middle of the ring, and Keirn took it upon himself to take it out on Carson. And you can see everything's breaking loose here. And poor Dusty's lying on the ground.
Well, it was a sneak attack by Don Carson, and of course, it looks to me like the two of you had to take matters into your own hands to settle the issue and clear the ring.
There was a lot of matters to take into our own hands. Ole and Gene were standing there, and Don Carson hanging around. You never know if he's got a 2x4 or what else he had. I think Dusty Rhodes, I was just proud to be in Dusty Rhodes' corner. The American Dream, everything he stands for. The man is a true legend, and just being around the man is a real treat. But when somebody comes up behind him and does something like that, they're trying to take away the legend and trying to bring down the Dream, and I don't think they can do it.
Well, I don't think so either, and I'll tell you what, earlier in the week, during this past week, Dusty Rhodes videotaped a very, very special message, and let's listen to that message right at this time. Dusty Rhodes with a word for Don Carson.
Yeah, it's a different situation going on right now. In every major event that happens around the country, there is always some way to get equal, some way to get evil, some way to get bad. I hate to, because sometimes it inflicts pain on me. Go in and pull out the bull rope. I hate to pull out the bull rope, because when I do, it means I get bad. Whoever's on the other end will feel the pain, the blues, and the agony. And Daddy, you can't sing the blues unless you had them. And Don Carson, in the Omni, when you strap this piece of rawhide with this bell on it and it's ringing, you're going to be thinking about why you hit me in the back with a 2x4. You're going to be wondering why you're going to be taken out with the bull rope and Omni.
Okay, there we have it. No question about Dusty Rhodes and how he feels about the situation. Of course, at that time at the Omni, he was rendered unconscious and, of course, was unable to go into his match against the Stomper.
Well, they've had so many injuries as of late. The doctor, the physician on the scene, recommended very highly that Dusty Rhodes not go back out. And from what has happened in the past, I can't blame him one bit. There's going to be another time to fight Don Carson, to fight the Stomper, and Dusty Rhodes knows that, and he's going to fight him on his own terms.
All right now then, let's take a look at all of these events that led up to Steve-O and the National Heavyweight Championship. Let's take a look at that now. There's the Stomper, of course, in the ring. At that time, he was the National Heavyweight Champion. Dusty Rhodes, who was scheduled to wrestle, could not, and you're taking his place.
Well, Carson and the Stomper were just ecstatic that Dusty Rhodes was not around. They thought they had things going their own way. And right now, they're just kind of laughing, joking to themselves because they had taken care of Dusty Rhodes, and then they just left me. So, when the people start cheering for you and the adrenaline starts flowing, it's a whole different story. You get inside the Omni, and it's one of the biggest arenas in the country. And when the people start cheering for you, I may say this a lot of times, but it drives wrestlers onto things. It drives them onto things they never thought they could achieve. In the Olympics, the adrenaline flows. It drives athletes on. But it was just the same way in the Omni. It drove me to come up with something I never thought I could come up with, and it was just enough to get by in the match.
Well, it's the one thing that that coaches can't teach, as far as I'm concerned, Steve, and that's you've got to there's no way you can teach somebody to have heart. You either have heart and intestinal fortitude or you don't. And you have certainly proved, as everyone will see during this match, you have proved that you've got that coupled with your tremendous wrestling capabilities, and a beautiful move here.
Well, you see here, I'm trying to go for the airplane spin. In the back of my mind, I know that I got one hold that Don Carson and the Stomper don't like, and that's the airplane spin. I tried to get it on him right there, and Carson once again jumped into the ring. Well, right here, they tried to take advantage of that, but I happened to switch the hold on him and got him into the airplane spin. I'm very confident with the airplane spin. I've won a lot of matches with the airplane spin, and it's been very good for me. And it just so happened that right here, it brought me the national championship.
It did indeed, in a solid count of 3, too. Certainly no question about that. A stunned Don Carson charges into the ring. An equally stunned Mongolian Stomper. Those shoulders were down for the count of 3. We saw it, and of course, this man who is with me right now, Steve O, the new national heavyweight champion, and certainly, again, our congratulations.
Well, you know, Gordon, those are moments I'm going to treasure forever, and I just want to, again, thank everybody, because this belt belongs to them as much as it does me.
Thank you so very much. Steve O, the new national heavyweight champion. We'll be back in a moment.
260 pounds, Rick